Good morning students, welcome to our next class. So in the previous classes, we are discussing the problems related to finding the most powerful critical region by using the Neyman-Pearson fundamental lemma, which is simply known as NP lemma. So by using NP lemma, we will be finding the most powerful critical region. That is, what is the most powerful rejection region is there, under which condition we can get the most powerful or effective critical or the rejection region can be known by using the concept of NP lemma. So where we will consider omega equals to x belongs to s such that L1 by L0 greater than k, where k is some constant greater than 0. So we consider k greater than 0 as a constant. Then the critical region L1 by L0 greater than k is called as the most powerful critical region to test the null hypothesis such that theta equals to theta naught against the alternative hypothesis theta equals to theta 1. So for testing this hypothesis, the most powerful critical region is considered as L1 by L0 greater than k. So till now, in the previous classes, we have discussed two problems based on the NP lemma. First one is, we have obtained the most powerful critical region for the binomial distribution. So for binomial, first we consider the Bernoulli distribution, then we take the binomial distribution because it is an extension of Bernoulli only. So summation xi, so first we find the L1 value, then we find L0 value, then we find out the L1 by L0 ratio. We will put greater than or greater than 0, sorry greater than k. So for this value, to make the simplifications we apply the log. So similarly for the Poisson distribution also. So first we write the PDF. Under H1 we will write the likelihood function L1, and under H0 we write the likelihood function L0, and we find L1 by L0 value greater than k. Apply log and we will write some statistic. So for both the problems we got summation xi greater than some value. So that value we have considered as t. So whenever summation xi greater than t we get, that is considered as the most powerful critical region. So for all the problems the procedure is same. So now we will discuss the third problem related to the exponential distribution. So our third question is, construct the most powerful critical region. Construct the most powerful critical region in the exponential distribution. In the exponential distribution. So recall the PDF of the exponential distribution for to test the null hypothesis H0 such that here also we are considering the parameter as theta only. H0 such that theta equals to theta naught against the alternative hypothesis H1 theta equals to theta 1. Now coming to the solution, here the parameter is given as theta only. So exponential distribution, it is a continuous distribution, right? What is the PDF of exponential distribution? Theta into e power minus theta x. Now write down the PDF. The PDF of exponential distribution. The PDF of the exponential distribution is given as, so we need note the PDF with f of x. So f of x comma the parameter is NP lemma, we construct the most powerful critical region. So what is the most powerful critical region? According to NP lemma, omega equals to x belongs to S such that L1 by L0 is greater than K. So this is considered as the most powerful critical region. Now what is the next step? So before I do only, you have to start doing this problem along with me. So first, what we write? We write the likelihood function under H0, that is L0 is the likelihood function. L0 is the likelihood function under H0. So what is the H0 value? Theta equals to theta naught. So L0 equals to product of I equals to 1 to n f of xi comma, in place of theta we are writing L0. So under L0 H0, theta value is theta naught. So this is equals to f of x1 comma theta naught into f of x2 comma theta naught into so on up to f of xn comma theta naught. Now substitute the PDFs, which is equals to, first in the PDF put x1, so theta into e power minus theta into x1. This is the first term into the second term, theta into e power minus theta into e power minus theta into x2. Second term, similarly theta into e power minus theta into x3, so on up to the last term, theta into e power minus theta into xa. Now simplify this one. So copy it in here. We'll simplify the next steps. So start simplifying. So our required L0 value is equals to, so first theta into so on theta into theta. How many thetas we have? Overall n thetas. So base is equal if you add the powers. So here theta naught we have to write. Sorry, theta naught, theta naught, theta naught. So in place of theta we have to write theta naught, right? L naught means, so theta naught into so on theta naught. So base is equal, powers add concept, how do you do? Theta naught power 1 plus 1 plus so on plus 1. So total n values we have. So this one we will be writing as theta naught power n. So theta naught power n into e power, here bases are equal, we will be adding the powers, e power minus theta naught x1 minus theta naught x2 minus so on minus theta naught xn. So this is equals to L naught equals to theta naught power n e power, here what is the common term you can take out? Minus theta naught. So minus theta naught into x1 plus x2 plus so on plus xn. Now this can be written as L naught equals to theta naught power n e power minus theta naught. This is x1 plus x2 plus so on plus xn can be written as summation I equals to 1 to n xi. So we got the required L naught value. Now we will find the L1 value. L1 is the likelihood function under H1. Likelihood function under H1. So under H1, what is the hypothesis? Theta equals to theta 1. So L1 equals to product of I equals to 1 to n f of xi comma theta 1. So find out the L1 value. So L1 equals to product of the sample PDF, that is f of x1 comma theta 1 into f of x2 comma theta 1 into so on up to f of xn comma theta 1. Substitute the PDFs. L1 equals to, so first is theta into e power minus, theta 1 into e power minus theta 1 x1, the first PDF, into the second one, theta 1 into e power minus theta 1, second is x2, into so on up to the last term, that is theta 1 into e power minus theta 1 xn. So similarly, how we have written the L0 in the same way, write down the L1 also. Here L1 equals to theta 1 into theta 1 into so on theta 1 basis equal powers add theta 1 power 1 plus 1 plus so on plus 1, total n values we have. So we will be writing theta 1 power n into e power minus theta 1 x1 minus theta 1 x2 minus so on minus theta 1 xn. So therefore L1 value is equals to theta 1 power n into e power minus theta 1 we take common x1 plus x2 plus so on plus xn. So x1 plus x2 plus so on plus xn can be written as summation xi. L1 equals to theta 1 power n e power minus theta 1 summation I equals to 1 to n xi. So this is a required L1 value. Now next step what we will be doing? Consider L1 by L0. So L1 by L0 is equals to, write down, substitute the L1 value, that is theta 1 power n e power minus theta 1 summation I equals to 1 to n xi divided by, next substitute the theta naught, L0 value. So L0 value here theta naught power n e power minus theta naught summation I equals to 1 to n xi. Now simplify this one. So for both the terms, theta 1 by theta naught, the common power is n. So you can write there the common power. Here send one term to the numerator and take out the common term. So L1 by L0 equals to, this term you can write it as theta 1 by theta naught, theta 1 by theta naught whole power n into, this term you write as it is e power minus theta 1 summation I equals to 1 to n xi into, send this denominator term to the numerator. So the power, here the power is negative. If I transfer or send it to the numerator, the power will become positive. So e power theta naught summation I equals to 1 to n xi. So from these two terms, we can take out summation xi common. So L1 by L0 is equals to theta 1 by theta naught whole power n, here e power, I am taking summation I equals to 1 to n xi. So I took plus summation xi common. So first I will get theta naught minus theta 1. So now put this value greater than k. So copy the solution. So now put L1 by L0 greater than k. So what is the L1 by L0 value? Consider L1 by L0 greater than k. What is L1 by L0 value? Theta 1 by theta naught whole power n e power summation I equals to 1 to n xi into theta naught minus theta 1 greater than k. So now I am sending this theta 1 by theta naught power n to the right hand side. So e power summation I equals to 1 to n xi into theta naught minus theta 1 is greater than k by, so this is, here it is multiplying. So if I send to the right hand side, it will go to the denominator, that is theta 1 by theta naught whole power n. Now what is the next step? So the next step we will be taking log on both sides. Taking log on the both sides. So apply log on both sides. Log e power summation I equals to 1 to n. Log e power summation I equals to 1 to n xi into theta naught minus theta 1 is greater than log of k by theta 1 by theta naught whole power n. So now next step here, this is in the form of log a power m. So log a power m can be written as m log a. So that is equals to summation I equals to 1 to n xi into theta naught minus theta 1 log e is greater than, now this is in the form of log a by b, so which can be written as log a minus log b. So log k minus log theta 1 by theta naught whole power n. So we know that log e value is equals to 1. So put log e value as 1. Copy it here. Equals to summation I equals to 1 to n xi into theta naught minus theta 1 log e value is 1 greater than log k minus log theta 1 minus theta naught whole power n. So it is here which we can write n log theta 1 by theta naught also. Now we have to write summation xi greater than some value. So what is the extra term here? Theta naught minus theta 1, which is multiplying here. So I will send it to the right side, which will go to the denominator. So summation I equals to 1 to n xi is greater than log k minus log theta 1 by theta naught whole power n divided by, so send this term to that side, the denominator will become theta naught minus theta 1. So we have written this in the form of summation I equals to 1 to n xi is greater than t. What is the t value? Where t equals to, t value we got it as log k minus log of theta 1 by theta naught whole power n divided by theta naught minus theta 1. So this is the summation xi greater than t, which is considered as the most powerful critical region. So here you can, if you have written here n log theta 1 by theta naught, in the place of t also here you write n log theta 1 by theta naught. So whatever the t value we get, we write that one. So summation xi greater than t we got. Now write down the conclusion. So what is the most powerful critical region here? So the conclusion is therefore omega equals to x belongs to S. What is the critical region we got? Summation I equals to 1 to n xi greater than t, where t equals to log k minus log theta 1 by theta naught power n by theta naught minus theta 1 is the most powerful critical region, is the most powerful critical region for testing the null hypothesis, that is H naught, such that theta equals to theta naught against the alternative hypothesis H1, such that theta equals to theta 1 for the which distribution it is? So in exponential distribution, what is the most powerful critical region? So according to the NP lemma, the most powerful critical region for testing the null hypothesis theta equals to theta naught against the alternative hypothesis theta equals to theta 1 is summation xi greater than t. So summation xi greater than t means what is the t value we got in this exponential distribution? Log k minus log theta 1 by theta naught whole power n divided by theta naught minus theta 1. So all these three problems we have done till now related to the binomial distribution, exponential distribution and the Poisson distribution. So first thing you have to remember, whatever the parameter is given, you consider that parameter only. So in binomial, if p is the parameter given, you consider p only. If they have given theta, consider theta. In the Poisson distribution, if lambda is specified, write down lambda, or if theta is specified, write down theta. In the same way, for exponential distribution, mostly we will have theta only as a parameter. For binomial and Poisson, if they do not specify any parameter, then whichever you feel comfortable, theta, lambda or p, that one you consider. Next, one more problem is left out based on the NP lemma, that is for the normal distribution. So we all know that normal distribution will be having two parameters. Here we had only one parameter. So based on that we got the statistic. So in normal distribution we are going to have two parameters, right? So based on that we will be finding the most powerful critical region. So make sure you understand these three concepts. So for the binomial distribution we will be writing the most powerful critical regions in terms of the two parameters, which will continue in our next class.